I think these sessions are always valuable because there are people with such rich diversity of backgrounds, and so we're able to think about the topic from all sorts of different points of view and really get a realistic sense of how people are thinking about digital transformation. I think just the networking is exceptional value. The people who attend are good people. The culture or the atmosphere of the sessions is very open. People are honest, and we really get a sense of connecting with people who are very skilled at what they do. I think today's session was about digital transformation, and I think understanding how people are approaching that, the need to have a clear vision for what you're trying to achieve with it, aligning it clearly with transformation of business processes and improving the bottom line, as well as transforming what the customer will see. So I think there are a range of areas that digital transformation will impact, and just having a sense that this is a huge change for organizations, and there are many different aspects that we need to integrate to do it well. The discussion I thought was very interesting because I thought that what we were doing was really putting two extremes of a spectrum together, or a continuum. On one, the very short-term focus on supporting changes which had a demonstrable, very quick financial return, and a concern around the table that this was going to result in people making very gradual, very conservative change. And on the other hand, at the other end of the continuum, if you like, a leap of faith, a change based on hope and feeling, rather than a clear sense of what was being transformed and the change that was being made. My contribution to that discussion was to say, I don't think you should really be doing either. I think if you're going to make a transformation in an organization, you don't simply throw things up in the air and hope that something good's going to happen. Clearly, you want to have a fairly clear sense of what you're trying to do. This is what we see in agile approaches to projects, for example, where it's very important that we have a clear idea of what we're trying to do, but at the same time, we may not be completely certain about how we're going to get there. At the same time, I was arguing that monetization, being concerned about the performance impact of what we're doing, continues to be important. We don't throw that away with an agile and vision focus. But at the same time, there may be some things which will happen quickly, some things that won't happen so quickly, some things that will be financially important that we'll want to measure as we make progress, other things which are non-financial, and we're going to need to look at performance measures which basically tell us whether we're moving well towards our vision. But that was basically my concern with the discussion, was that we seemed to some degree to, on the one hand, be arguing it was all about a leap of faith and a great unknown, and on the other, whether we should be simply focused on short-term finances. And I think we've got to effectively combine a clear sense of what we're trying to do with an openness to some degree of uncertainty about how we're going to get there. Well, this is what the University of Waterloo does. We prepare a lot of the people with the skills that are needed in order to deal with the technical side of digital transformation. My job at the university is to look at the other parts, the relationship between the business and the technology, and to try and achieve some alignment of that. We do that with a lot of programs. We have some professional development certificate programs in things like innovation and entrepreneurship for large organizations and startups, being able to apply those ways of thinking. We look at how different technologies like social media can be applied to businesses across the organization. We do things like project management that will help organizations. So those are some of the areas. But basically at Waterloo, we have a whole host of educational provision that is focused on helping organizations achieve more with technology.